Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video will be on an arrow killer Sudoku variant created by Joseph Nehme. This Sudoku was posted by Joseph on the Logic Masters Germany portal and it is rated an unbelievable 100% on the portal, guys. Which means that a majority of solvers who have solved this Sudoku have absolutely loved the solve path and the idea in this Sudoku. So we are happy to make a video on this Sudoku and thanks Joseph for allowing us to create a video on this Sudoku. The rules are: classic rules apply each row, column and 3 by 3 box will have digits from 1 to 9, no repetitions, and killer and arrow rules also apply. For a killer you will have digits summing up to the clue given in the top left corner of the cage, and digits do not repeat inside the cage. And for an arrow Sudoku, digits along the arrow stem will sum up to the digits in the circle, and digits may repeat along an arrow provided the other rules are not violated. So these are the rules, and before starting the Sudoku, we request you to check out the videos we have posted earlier, and if you feel that we are doing a really good job and you're interested in the content that we are producing, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button under the video now if you haven't previously done so. This will really motivate us to keep going on a consistent basis. So let us start the Sudoku now. Okay. Okay, so a quick look at the killer cages will tell you that there is no useful information in this Sudoku, guys. So all the killer cages are of 3 cell size, right? 3 cell in size, and you'll see that there is no useful information. So by useful information, I was referring to cages which maybe contain either lower value like 6 or 7, or maybe even 8 or 23 or 24 higher values, because this will help you fix some digits inside the cage. But here in this scenario, you'll see that nothing can be done with respect to these cages, right? Nothing can be done really. So let us move on to the arrow part. All the arrows are also of 3 cell in length, right? Except the 4 arrows in the middle, which are basically repeating themselves. So we know that the minimum sum is going to be here 6. So maximum will be 8 and 9. Let us write the possibilities. Minimum is 6 and maximum will be a 9 in all these circles. Okay, I see that columns 2 and columns 8 are pretty restricted, guys. So basically you will see that 8 and 9 do not have any option left except these 3 cells, right? In columns 2, in column 2 you know that 8 and 9 cannot go in the 10 cage. 8 and 9 cannot go on the arrow stem because then the total will be more than 9. So 8 and 9 have only 3 options left in column 2. So column 8 also should work the same way. Because of this 10 cage, 8 and 9 again has only 3 options left, right? Can't be in the arrow stems, cannot be inside the 10 cage. So only 3 options left. So can we do the same thing for the 7 also? Okay, problem is that 7 can go inside the 10 cage. So you cannot really play with these 7s. Too bad, guys. If this cell maybe was, these cages were maybe 1 in the total was 1 lesser, we could have placed the 7, 8 and 9 triplet here, because 7 also cannot go inside the arrows, right? Because 7 plus 1 plus 2 will be 10. So not an issue. Okay, because of these 10, because of this 10 cage, the minimum sum of the cells highlighted in green is going to be 11, right? Because we know that 6 cells considered in totality will be summing up to minimum 21, and we have 6 cells exactly here, the 10 cage and 3 more cells. So which means that the green cells will sum up to minimum 11, right? And similarly in column 8, same idea, let us highlight using a different color. So all these blue cells will sum up to minimum 11 again. Again you have 6 cells and 3 cells sum up to 10. So minimum these 3 cells will sum to 11. Okay, so we have covered 6 cells in the arrow stem now, right? We have 6 more cells to be covered. So let us see what is the minimum sum in those. Because in these Sudokus, this is how the idea goes, you know. So the minimum sum of these 3 cells in row 2 along the arrow stem is going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 6, right? Yes. So let us use a purple color for the remaining 3 cells. So the minimum 7 is again going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 6. Oh wait, you have 14 kg guys, and we know that 6 cells will sum to minimum 21. So 14 plus 6 is going to give you only 20. So from these purple cells which will have minimum 7. So why don't we write those possibilities guys? So let us write them here. Green is going to be minimum 11. Blue is going to be minimum 11 again. Yellow will be minimum 6. And purple is going to be minimum 7, because you know that this cannot be 6, right? Because 6 cells will sum to minimum 21. So we have got something here. And by highlighting these cells, you will see that I have covered all these cells along the arrow stem, right? I have basically 4 sets of 3 colors each, and all these 4 sets considered together will give you the sum of these 4 circles, right? So let us add all these cells and we'll hopefully get something useful. So 11 plus 11 is 22, plus 6 is 28, plus 7 is 35. Awesome guys. We couldn't have got a total, much better, right? Maybe 36 would have been better. But okay, so all these 4 circles will sum to minimum 35. So which means that these 4 circles sum to either 35 or 36. So there are only 2 scenarios possible guys. So either 8 is exactly in one of these circles and rest of the circles will be a 9, or all the 4 circles will be 9. So in either case, at least 3 of the circles would have to be a 9 to get to the total of 35, right? So which means that 6 and 7 can be eliminated immediately from the cages. 6, 7 goes from here, 6, 7 goes from here, 6, 7 goes from here. Wow, this is wonderful guys. We also know that 9 must be in 3 of the cells at least, right? So if you were to have 9 in any of these cells, you will eliminate 9 from 2 of the circles, which is not going to happen, which is not possible. So which means that we can eliminate in 9 from cells which see 2 of the circles at least. So all these cells see 2 of the circles at least, right? So I have eliminated 9 from all those cells. Wow. So the moment you do that, you'll remember that at the start we have shortlisted positions for 8 and 9 inside in columns 2 and 8. Now there is exactly one cell left for the 9 in columns 2 and 8 guys. Fantastic. So which means that we can place the 9 in these cells. Can I do anything further here guys? If I can resolve these cells, that will be much useful for us. Oh, superb guys. Columns 2 and 8, they are playing a really vital role, right? So you'll see that in columns 2 and 8, we have an X-wing of 8. So in column 2, 8 can go only in row 2 column 2 or row 2 column 8, and in column 8, 8 can go only in row 2 column 8 or row 8 column 8, which means that you can eliminate 8 from the rest of the cells in that column. So both of these cells will be 9. Superb guys. No wonder people love solving this Sudoku. Such a wonderful start logic, right? So I think we have taken close to 9 minutes to start the Sudoku. 4 digits, just 4 digits, but start is wonderful. So we basically have an X-wing of 8 in these cells. Okay, now this 16 kg is giving us some information guys. Can a 16 kg not take a 7, 8 or a 9? Not possible. Because if you don't have 7, 8, 9 here, the minimum sum becomes 4, 5 and 6, right? But we have established that 8 and 9 are going to be outside the cage. So which means that 7 must be inside the cage. And can we resolve that any further? Now 16 is going to be 7 plus 3 plus 6 or 7 plus 4 plus 5. Rest of the options are not possible. Okay, 7 is here in these cells. Okay. Okay, columns 2 and 8 are giving us more information guys again. So, okay, we have established the total in these circles is going to be 36, right? And we got minimum sum of 35 from all these 3 sets. So which means that all these sets have a degree of freedom of exactly 1, right? all these sets will have exactly 1 degree of freedom. So I haven't written the blue. Okay, it's here 11 or 12, yellow is 6 or 7, and purple is 7 or 8. So let us see what happens if the green is 11. So these three cells sum up to 11. 11 plus 10 is 21, and 21 plus 9 is 30. So these three cells will sum up to 15 in that case. So they must be 7, 8. So they will be 7, 8. And if it is a 12, then these 6 cells will sum up to 22. 22 plus 9 is 31. And these 2 cells will sum up to 14, in which case they would be 6 and 8, because 8 is already a part of those 2 cells. So similar idea, guys. Again, blue is either 11 or 12. So which means this will also be 6, 7, 8. And this will also be 6, 7 and 8. Same idea. Because in any row, column or 3 by 3 box, the sum of the digits will be 45. And I am using this idea to get the total of these 2 cells. Wow. Okay, we have made a corner pencil mark of 7 in these cells, so which means that 7 can be eliminated from these cells, and that gives us a 6-8 pair inside the grid. Is there any pair which is more beautiful than this, guys? What a deduction. Superb, really. So 8 is eliminated. We can remove the corner pencil mark because we have written all the possibilities here. So immediately it follows that 6 can be eliminated from here, right? Because if I have 6 in any of these cells, then both the sets of green and blue will become 12. But we know that we have exactly 1 degree of freedom. So I'll show you why I am eliminating 6 from here. Because if I have a 6 here, then this becomes a 6, this becomes 8, and this becomes 8, right? Now if you add all the colors, the green, the cell, some of the cells in green color, you will get a total of 12, and similarly in blue you will also again get a 12. So you will increase 2 more degrees of freedom, which will get you the total of 37. That is not possible. So which means that you basically can eliminate 6 from these cells, because that is going to give 6-8 pair, 6-8 pair, which will again force a total of 12 from the blue cells and the green cells. Not possible. So 6 is eliminated from here. Okay, this 14 cage is helping, guys. 7, 8, 9 are outside the cage, which means that, okay, there is only one possibility exactly for the 14 cage. That is going to be 3, 5 and 6. Because the minimum sum is 4 plus 5 plus 6, which is 15, and you need to go one lower. So this is the only possibility for the 14 cage when 7, 8 and 9 are outside the cage. Brilliant, guys. Really brilliant Sudoku. So these cells must be 1, 2 and 4. And can I resolve the 16 cage? Okay, 3 plus 6 plus 7 is ruled out for the 16, which means that this can also be resolved. So this is going to be 4, 5 and 7. And these cells will be 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if it is 1 plus 2, this is going to be a 6. If it is 1 plus 3, this is a 5. If it is 2 plus 3, this is a 4. And if this is 1 plus 2, this is going to be a 6. 1 plus 4, this is going to be a 4. Okay, not possible. This cannot be a 1 plus 4, right? Because you will have a repeating digit. So if this is not a 1 plus 4, then this cell cannot be a 2. Okay, if this cell is 2 plus 4, then this is going to be a 3. So these are the only options possible here, guys. And we may make maybe a corner pencil mark to denote that 2 must be here, because if you don't have 2, then these 2 cells become 1 plus 4. So columns 2 and 8 are really crucial, guys. Similarly, rows 2 and 8 are really helping us. This is what is basically driving the Sudoku, right? These cages are going to come into effect a little bit later, I think. They are not helping us at all. Even these arrows are not giving any information. Okay, let us go along the same idea. So let us see what happens if there is maybe 4 in these cells, because I am seeing a lot of digits immediately coming. Maybe that will create a contradiction. If you have a 4 here, then these 2 cells become 1 and 2. You get a 1-2 pair here, right? Which means this becomes 6, this becomes 8, this becomes 6, and because of this 8, you will get a 7 here and an 8 here. Okay, there is a contradiction, guys. Immediate contradiction. So because of this 4, you'll get 2, 3 here, right? For the 9 sum, you need to have 2, 3 when you have a 4 here. Now you'll get the 7 inside the 10 cage, and you also know that the moment you have a 7 inside the 10 cage, the 1 and 2 are the other digits, but 2 is already outside the cage, right? So along this column, we are getting a contradiction if you have a 4 here. Just going along these two columns, guys. So this is a bit of a look ahead. I'm not sure if there is something better in the Sudoku at this stage. So which means that this cell cannot be a 4. So this will be a 1. Oops, it's changed in color. Okay, so these two cells cannot be 1 now. So this will be 2, 4, which means this will be a 3. And now these two cells must sum up to 8, which means they are either 2 plus 6 or 3 plus 5 or 3, 5. Oh, you have a 3 here, so this is not a 3, which means this is not a 5. So these two cells sum up to 8, and we know that the blue cells sum up to 11 or 12. So which means that if these two cells sum up to 8, this must be either 3 or 4, but 3 is already ruled out, right? Superb, guys, superb Sudoku. So which means that there is only one option left in this cell. So this has to be a 4, because we know that the blue is either 11 or 12. So which means that this is going to be a 12 now, and which means that the rest of the cells will have to be, cannot be one more, they would also have to be their minimum values, right? And now if you add all these sets, 12 plus 11 is 23, plus 6 is 29, plus 7 is 36, which is the sum of the digits in the arrow circles. So this is the idea of the Sudoku, an amazing execution, brilliant creation really. So the superb one. The moment you get a 4 here, these two cells will be 2, 3. Which means this will be a 1. Okay. You don't have a 10 inside the, a 3 inside the 10 cage, which means that 1 must be inside, right? Because the fact that 3 is not inside means that 2, 3 and 5 is not possible, so 1 has to be inside the cage. Can we place the 9s maybe, because I'm seeing 5 9s immediately. So we may mark the 9s inside the grid, all classic stuff. 9 in rows 7 will be in one of these two cells, 9 in column 7, 9 in row 3 and 9 in column 3. Only possibilities. Okay, this is interesting. Look at these guys. So basically this is creating kind of a whirlpool effect. So if I have a 9 here, I get a 9 here, I get a 9 here and a 9 here. And if I have a 9 here, I get a 9 here, I get a 9, yeah. Can't be in the same case, so 9 goes here and again 9 goes here. Okay. But both of the options are likely, but I know for sure that all these cages will have exactly 1 9 inside them. Okay, 16 is pretty restricted compared to the other cages. 16 is smaller in total and it is going to be very restricted. Let me write the possibilities. You already have a 9 here and it cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that this is going to be maximum 6, because if it's anything more than 6, then this from 2 cages you will get a total of 6, 2 cells you will get a total of 16, because these 2 cells are equal in value, right? And I can't have a 7 here because 9 plus 7 is already 16. So this is 5 or 6. Okay, I'm not able to immediately resolve that. Okay, these two cells sum up to 8, right, for the 9 arrow. So which means that they are either 1 plus 7 ruled out, 3 plus 5 again ruled out, so they must be 2, 6. Okay, I could have come here. Beautiful. The moment I place this 2, 6 pair there, this must be an 8, which means this is 6 and you get this result very quickly, guys. Superb. And now 7 has to be inside the 10 cage in column 8, which means that these 3 cells must be 1, 2 and 7. And now this must be 5 plus 3. Superb. There is only one option. So this is 5, this is 3. And this 5 immediately gives a 6 and a 6 here. Wow, what a Sudoku, guys. Really masterful creation. I am absolutely loving the Sudoku, guys. Beautiful creation. So which means that these two cells must be 1 9 pair, but 1 is here. So this will be a 9 and this will be a 1. And now we are getting the whirlpool effect in place. So this gives a 9 here, this gives a 9 here. This is not a 9, so this is a 9. Beautiful. So I'll promise you something, guys. I'm going to look into more of Joseph Nehme Sudoku in the future. This is a brilliant creation. 2 4 7 9 3 3 5 3 and 6. So remaining digits must be 158 in the grid, right? In this box. So 1 can be removed from here because of this one, and 1 is also removed from here. So this will be a 1 now, and there is a 5 also. So which means this will be an 8 and this will be a 5. Okay, so this must be 145 now, right? Only possibility for the 10 kg. This is a 145. So this is going to be cannot be 1 2 6 8 9, cannot be 4 or 5. So this is going to be 3 and 7. So look how the Sudoku is progressing, guys. Brilliant. Now these arrows are coming into play, and slowly these cages are also coming into play now, right? At the start we played around with columns 2 and column 8, and now these cells are coming into play, which means that this will be 3 7 because both of these are equal. And if you have a 9 here, this must be 3 plus 6 or 7 plus 2. So these are the possibilities here. Oh, I have a 6 here. I could immediately resolve this. So this is not a 6. So this is a 2, which means this will be 7 and this will be 7. And this 2 gives a 4 here and a 2 here. And this 8 gives us an 8 here, classic. So these cells must be 3 6 7, which means these cells must be 4 5. So classic stuff we can race through a little bit. So a 4 is here, which means this is 5 and this will be a 4. 4 5 9 3 6 7 1 2 8. Superb, guys. We have got the major part of the Sudoku. So the rest should be hopefully easier to get through. So this must be a 3. So if I look at row 7, 1 3 6 8 5 and 9. So remaining digits must be 2 4 7. Let me write the candidates. 2 4 7 2 4 7 2 4 7. But 7 is ruled out, so this is not a 7, this is not a 7. So these two cells must sum up to 9 for the 18 case. So it's either 2 plus 7 or 4 plus 5. Can I eliminate anything? No. Okay, I can, because I have a 7 here. This must be a 5, which means this is 4, this is 4, and 4 5 gives a 1 here. These two cells are not 1. This is 4 5. This is not a 1. 1 is here, and this is not a 4. 1 3 8 9 4 5. So remaining cells must be 2 6 7, right? I can understand why people have loved the Sudoku. There is something about the Sudoku that makes you enjoy it really so much. 2 7. So which means this is a 1. Which means this must be 2 7. Okay, 2 3 4 6 9, and you have 1 5 here. So which means we can log the 1 5 pair, and this must be 7 8. Which means this must be a 7 8, and which means that these two cells sum up to 11. So this must either be 4 or 3. Okay, 4 is ruled out, so this is a 3, this is 8, this is 8, this is 7, and a 5 here immediately resolves this 1 5 pair. This is 1 and this is 5. Okay, using classic, 8 has to be constrained here, 8 has to be here. This must be 2 or 6 for the row. A 3 here removes the 3 here. I'm just, grazing my eyes in the Sudoku, guys. Wherever it falls, I seem to get something. 1 6 9 4 5 8. So remaining digits are 2 3 7. So this will be 2 3 or 7. A 7 is here, so which means this is not a 7. This is 2 3, and this is not a 6. Okay, 4 can be eliminated from here for the row. 7 can be eliminated from the column. This is going to be 1 4 5 7 8 9. So this is going to be 2 3 and 6, right? But 2 is here, which means this is 3 6, and these two cells must be 3 4 6. 1 2 7 9 5 and 8. So they must be 3 4 and 6. Okay, 7 can be eliminated from here. Okay, the Sudoku is not immediately falling, guys. You'll see that we have resolved all the cages and the arrows, but still it has some bite inside that. Okay, so 4, 6, 9, 7 and 8. So remaining digits in box Y are 1, 2, 3, 5. 1 and 2 is here. So this is 3, 5. This is 1, 2, 5 and this is 2, 3, 5. These three cells must be 2, 4, 7 and 8 because 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. Okay, this can't be 4, 8. So this will be 2, 7 and you have a 2, 7 pair. So which means this will be 4, 8. Okay, 4 can be eliminated from here because 4 is here. 7 can be eliminated from here because of the 7. So remaining digits here are 1, 2, 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. So 1, 2, 6, 8, 1 and 6 here. So this is 2, 8. This is not an 8. This is 1, 2 and 6. What am I missing? I have basically written all the pencil marks. What am I missing? Okay. Rows 4 and 6 have a 1 and 1 cannot be here. So which means this will be a 1, right? So which means this is not a 1. This is 2 and 6 and you have a 2, 6 pair. Superb, guys. And now we are going to finish the Sudoku in probably a minute, guys. Not more. So 2, 6 pair gives us an 8 here, right? Awesome. So which means this is a 4. This is 8. This 4 gives a 5 here. Gives a 7 here. A 4 here, this 7 gives a 2 here, a 7 here, a 2 here, a 6 here, a 7 here, a 3 here, a 2 here, and this 6 gives a 3 here. Superb, guys. I'm enjoying it so much. This 2 gives us a 6 here, a 2 here, a 6 here, a 2 here, and this 2 gives us a 3, a 5, a 2, wow, 7, 2, and this 5 gives a 4 and a 5. And 4 in these two rows gives us a 4 here. This will be a 6 now, and this will be a 3, this will be a 7, this will be a 6, and 6 here gives a 5 here, this 6 gives a 6 here and a 3 here, and this will be a 1. Superb, guys. This is one of the best Sudokus, or I would say this is one of the Sudokus I've enjoyed a lot in a long time. An amazing solve path, really. No wonder it's rated 100%. This Sudoku well deserves that. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this video. The idea about the Sudoku was defining the arrow stems into sets of 3 and understanding the minimum sums in those 3 sets, and that really helped us in this solve. Please let us know your thoughts in comments. If you found any better step or any better idea that would have completed the Sudoku faster, please share and we'll be happy to address your comments. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you soon again with a video. Take care until then. Bye bye.